What up, guys? It's Leon bringing you the top 5 jungle edition, top 5 jungle gods. Right now, we're going to start off with Ayo, Ao Quang. And let's just go over basic things that he does. He has insane damage. He has execute potential. He has insane in and out potential. He has invis. He has objective control. He has tower shred. He has almost everything in his kit other than really hard CC. And we're going to go over why his kit is so good. You're going to see me just burst a Sobek, full tank Sobek, just get shredded. Obviously, a little tip and trick. You can execute before the animation even goes up. So that's just a little tip from me to you guys. And the re-engage is a beautiful thing from Ayo. Once you get up in the air, you can make sure to jump back down and really just take out the rest of the squad. Obviously, I sometimes wait for me to drop down, just making sure that my cooldowns are reset, making sure I have illusion. Here we're going to go over this small little play as I use the illusion more for invisibility than really the damage. But something that I see from a lot of Ayo players is that they use the Ayo one more for invisibility than it is for damage. But once you get to the mid late game, you should be using it for the damage, unless they're actually going in, because then if you use it to go in, you got nothing to go out. So you got to make sure you kill somebody. And usually in the mid game, they got beads, so they're going to just beads your ult. Another big tip I'm going to give you here as you see me ult the Cthulhu is that usually the soul laners don't have beads, right? So that's usually what you're going for in the early mid game, because wait for their ults, right? Sobek has CC immunity in his ult, Cthulhu has CC immunity in his ult. If you time it, wait for it properly, you definitely have a free engage in the fight. You take the front line out and then you go right back in. So here we're going to go over what items should you be building on Ayo. It should be the spear tree, the lifesteal tree, and the ring tree. That should be your bread and butter. You can mess with Tahuti. You can mess with Soul Reaver if you wanted to. But if you want to just keep it simple, look at these rings go off. Boop, 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 boop. The illusion, the 2, the 3 insta beads. Do we finish the kill? No, I'm a scrub. But yeah, so like I said, Spear Magus, Spear Deso. Spear Deso helps more with your ability base. Rings obviously help more with your 2. So you really want to keep intact and know your spikes with Ayo, so you know when to go in and how much damage you can actually put out, so you don't overcommit and kill yourself, because that's probably one of the biggest problems I see in Ayo players. So make sure that you're picking him up. Sett, number 4. Sett right now is in a great spot. He just got buffed. His 2-1 does a lot more damage, so he's not really just relying on his ult. It's more about the 2-1 combo. Here you're going to see me come over the wall, boom, ult, right into the 1. Where did she go? Where did she go? Back to base. Here's another clone play. Boom. Shell, not a thing, because the clones are so strong with the 2-1. Obviously, I played that really well. A quick tip about Sett is using his 3 before you initiate and use your ult. Why? Because every instance of damage procs a clone on your ult. Instance of damage can be a tick or an auto or his 1 or his 2. And so his 3 being a tick damage ability, you get more clones. You get more benefit from the heal. You get more benefit from the 1. So builds. Let's talk about builds. What should you be going on Sett here? You should be going Jotun's Wrath, Brawlers. You can go AA base, but I just don't see the reason to go AA base, because they did buff the 2-1. And with that being said, here you see me hit the 1 but miss the 2. Pop the ult. Try to get the beads off. Look for the backline. Pop the 3. And now that I know I have the 3 procs, you know I'm going to go in because I'm going to be able to heal. Remember, like I said, the tick damage is insane because it just keeps proccing your heals and proccing your clones. But going back to what I was saying, what are you building? Here you see I have Serrated Edge. I have Berserkers and Heartseeker. It does have a little bit of AA in it, obviously with Berserker, but the build is based around the 2-1 damage. So here, it's all about when to go in, when should you be going in. Here, I'm waiting and waiting because I don't have beads. I pop the 3 and I'm looking for the Sobek. Pop the clones, insta-kill, TP into the backline because I know we got this one fight. And I'm just chasing them down. Look at those heals pop just because I timed the 3 properly. And you don't always have to use the 2-1 for the damage, right? The slow sometimes is better. You got to micromanage your clones really well with Sett. If you're not micromanaging your clones, you don't have an in, you don't have an out. So that's why you shouldn't just be proccing 2 clones to the floor and then popping the 1 for the extra damage. It's really about micromanaging your 2. Here I jump in. Obviously, something that you've noticed and I've went over 3 or 4 times because it's really important. Have your 3 popped when you're going in. Look at those heals. I would have been dead 100 times over if my 3 wasn't ticking and I wasn't healing a ton. Here I'm waiting. 3 to the back line. Boom. Try to finish up this kill. Grab that Blood Forge. And so like I said, micromanage the clones. Make sure you're 3 when you go in, and you should be good to go with Sett. Sett definitely is a top 5 jungler right now, and you should be using them in your ranked games and in any of your games if you want to pop off and hyper carry these games. So just keep it up, stay focused, and just learn from my initiations. I do have a lot of Sett videos on my YouTube. I love this character. He's so much fun. He has so much outplay potential and hyper carry potential that I just play him every game. Well, not every game. I try to have fun with it, but as often as I can. Let's review this little play. I wait for my 2-3. She finishes it. Oof. That auto hit for 340 with serrated edge proc. Here's a 2-1 procs. Please. Big man Tings. That's my boy. That boy pops off. But yeah, just knowing when to go in and out is probably the biggest thing. And now we're going into number 3, Mercury. That's something that you're going to see me repeating a lot. When to go in. A lot of these hyper carry assassins is super important in positioning. Pre-beads asleep. Try to get them autos off. Farm up is super important in these type of games, because without farm, these characters don't do anything. If you're looking to fight early with Mercury, Sett, AO, you're going to see a problem. You're not going to be doing the damage you expect. And you're... Pretty much what I'm saying is you need items. You need items. And to get items, you need to power farm the map, and that's what these characters are capable of doing. And if you're not doing that, you're going to be losing. If you try pacing of a Hebo or pacing a Thor or pacing any of these characters that are really good early game, you're not going to keep up with them. Sometimes you have to sack some ganks to just farm up, and so you can make these hyper carry plays as I'm making right now. Big boy quadra kill. It was that quadra kill was mostly, look at these items. Look when I'm going in. I got the Rageful proc and the Erendite. Those 3 items are your core items because now you're destroying kids. You have the power to back up the crit between Erendite and Boots. And you have the full stack Rage. I just got it there out, the quadra kill. But yeah, in general, you pretty much just one tap anyone at this point. Some quick tips that I'll tell you about Merc is you can auto cancel the 2, which is actually really big because your damage, your DPS goes way up when you do that. Make sure to click the link, boys. Click. I might be saying it twice between me and the video, but that's fine because the more clicks is the better. There's actually only 5 times click now. We finished with the other sponsor, but yeah, thank you. Love you guys. Kisses for you guys. Back to the jungle. Thor. What do you mean, Thor? What do you mean Thor's not second pick? What? Thor top 2? What? Yes, Thor is top 2. Not because I'm sick with him. Yes, I know. I play Thor all the time. I love him. But when you look at Thor, right? What does he bring? He's one of the most consistent junglers. You look at the best SPL games and you look at when it comes to game 3, the most important games and the junglers that are most comfortable with Thor, adapting, Sam, who else out there? I'm trying to think of the top of my head. I'm not sure, but the top and the best junglers, in my opinion, bring out Thor when it's time to clutch up, when it's time to get those initiations, when it's time to play the map, when it's time to make those big CC initiations for your team. Thor is the character. So, big tips about Thor: using the hammer when you need to, not when you feel like poking. I see a lot of Thors make mistakes off walling people, then throwing the double tap at a Fafnir, at a support or a soul laner. That is not worth it. You're free to kill when you do that, and the poke is not sufficient. Yeah, it's cute, good job, nice mechanics. You're gonna get shit on for doing that. Don't do that unless it's worth it. Unless it's a mage hunter. Actually, only if it's a major hunter, you do that. Build wise, let's talk about builds with Thor. He's probably one of the most interesting characters or jungler when you're talking about build. You can go Joans, you can go Erendite, you can go Void Shield, you can go Transcendence, Brawlers, Tank, Hybrid, whatever you want actually, Witchblade. You just have to know how to play towards your kit and what you're building. If you're not building, if you're building damage, right, be very careful on who you initiate and when you go in and who you're ulting on. If you build hybrid, you can play a little bit more loose. You can tank the front line. You can peel the back line. You can go into on their back line and feel more secure about going in. Here you see me pick up Void Shield. They have the Mercury. They have the Herc. Even though they have 3 magic, Who can set me up and kill me? The Merc. The Merc's gonna be looking for the 1v1 a lot in these games. Here, as you see it right now, going for the 1v1. But I got Void Shield, and that's why you don't see him critting me as hard as you'd think. Just doing the quick debate. Look for the double tap with it, but have the TP. No problem. Big Man Tanks with a big 2-1 there. Excuse me. And so, like I said, don't feel weird building, utility items on Thor. It's not bad. Yes, you're not going to be doing as much damage if you build Heartseeker or Transcendence or Bloodforge, but it still works. Here, I'm looking for the 2-1 across the wall. Double tap, auto cancel, TP in. So what are the combos with Thor? When you wall, double tap. When it's coming back and you're right in front of them, you TP, then you auto, then you spin. Practice that combo on Odin bots. Once you learn it, you can actually one-tap any carries by doing so. Big boy dunk on the big boy carries. Oh, that was so clean, chat. So clean, so clean, so clean. But yeah, that's what Thor brings when you build Heartseeker and you build these type of items. I just one-tap 2 carries with 1 dunk, 1 spin. And I do recommend that build if you're trying to hyper carry in these rank games. But like I said, you don't want to build it every time. There is times that you want to get the Winged Blade. There is times you want to get these new items. I think Guard Shield is pretty good right now. And Void Shield, I'm not Void Shield, Eye Retaliation, that's what I used to call it. Shifter Shield now. The items change all the time. Free Fire. I actually turned this game on Thor. It was actually a great game. We were getting spanked in the early game. Me and Big Man Tinks turned up. This was actually a pro in-house right here that you're watching. That's why you see so many good players in one game. But yeah, and the last tip. Oh, yeah, right. No more tips for you, brothers. Nemesis. Nemesis. You see her every game in the SPL. You see her every game in range. You see her every game everywhere. Every game everywhere. Yeah, she kind of just, she's kind of OP. Why? How did she become OP out of nowhere? She wasn't being used, and then out of nowhere, she's just being top pick, top ban everywhere. She got buffed little by little, and then items came into the shine, like Golden Blade, Erendite, which is in my opinion, Erendite is not better used by any character other than probably Nem. Nem is the best. 100% Nem is the best with that character. With that item. I'm trying to think. No, it has to be Nem. And the only problem that I see with Nem is her shield. If you can't get 100% value from her shield, she's not as strong. Yes, correct. But if you can time it with your beads, she can 1v1 any character whenever she wants. The only character that I think can take a 1v1 her at certain times of the game is Mercury, and you have to kind of play it perfect. But usually Nem can win those as well because of her passive. Her passive got buffed where she takes your damage every time you fight. Every time you auto 3 times, it's now 21%, so 7% per hit of damage taken. And that's kind of nutty, and then she takes it for herself. So that makes her one of the best 1v1ers, if not the best. Her ult does the same. Takes prots, takes percent HP. And that's just kind of crazy, because now you can blow up tanks. You can blow up whoever you want, really. And the reason we're seeing her in the SPL so much is that tanks are usually the people initiating, usually the people out of position, but you can't punish it because of the item builds. Nem says, I don't care about your items. She just shreds all your pots, all your prots, all your HP. Usually you have blink or shell, and without having any extra speed or any extra CC immunity, you're just going to fall over every single time, or you're just going to single ult the Nem, which is a problem as well. Some tips with Nem. Her auto canceling is everything. Everything. If you're not auto canceling, oof, look, the auto, the shield, I'm probably going to die here, but whatever, it was clean. Nice dashes, but Fenrir, by the way, destroys them. But you have to build hybrid, and Fenrir makes it annoying, but not too bad. But like I was saying, auto-canceling with the 3, auto-canceling with the 1, auto-canceling with the 2, it just it maximizes your DPS. Your DPS goes from okay damage to what is that damage. Yes, you can go Hydras. Yes, you can go Crusher. Yes, you can go Stone Cutting. Yes, you can go Atlantis. There's a lot of different builds, most of them around the AA field. I'm sure you guys have heard this a lot. What is the best build for Nem? Is it full damage? Is it full power build, or a full pen build, or AA build? In my opinion, it's a mix of both. You can go the Jones, Brawlers, Hydras, Erendite build. You are going to one-shot the mage. But the variable on whether you do this or not is if you can stick to their carries or not. If you can't stick to their carries, you need to go full damage, full pen. If you can stick to carries and you can stay in their backline for a bit, depending on their CC and how you're going to take these fights, you can go full auto and you're going to get way more out of it. Peace out, Bacchus. Here I pop the shield, look for the auto cancel, miss. Try to use a dog, but the Astrals are proccing. But yeah, my boy is dead. My boy is dead. And here you see I'm going Crusher's Hydras, which is the full damage, full pen build. Because I feel like I couldn't stick because Fenrir kind of destroys me, like I said before. And so that's why I went that build. Proc the shield. Let me not take a tower shot. Pretty sure I died to Fen here. Unless I just sauce. Nah, not enough sauce, chat. Oh, big shield. Oh, what a play. But yeah, Nem is #1, no doubt. You should be picking her in every game. Should you pick Golden Blade every time you see her? Questionable. Crusher's so good on her. It helps on the 2, it helps on the 1. Your damage is insane. The early pen helps a ton. And Nem has 2 abilities that clear. So she doesn't really need Golden Blade every time. I think I go Crusher most of the time. But up to you. However you feel more comfortable, you can do it. And like I said, love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video did well. And thank you for watching me. I'm going to hopefully get better at making these videos sooner or later. Yee-hee. Peace.